Hey, this is Gila Nehemia. This is actually take two. So I am back. I was not feeling well. I got my body was in resistance last week. So I'm feeling better. I'm still resting though, but I am feeling much better. So that is why I haven't been doing the lives, and I hadn't gotten to the point of where the body part for my self affirmations, my daily self affirmations. So those of you wondering what happened to her, no, I'm still on the trail. But I wanted to just remind you, for those of you who, if it stopped when you didn't see me, I hope it didn't. So I want you to give yourself love to your head, to your hair, to your face, to your eyes, to your cheeks, to your nose, your mouth, your ears, your throat, your chest, your stomach, your back, your butt, your yoni, and your hips. We didn't talk about your hips, but I felt like this self affirmation is giving love to your legs, your gorgeous, sexy legs that take you places. I allow my legs to lead me exactly where I need to be. That is my self affirmation for today. You can say a self affirmation for your legs. I'm feeling my legs and how beautiful and strong they are, and how they open up into my hips, into my sacral center. It is a beautiful, beautiful place, and it's a beautiful place to be open to every part of your body, and how gorgeous and grateful you can be to every single cell in your body. Um, I had started this before, but I just wanted to say it's just been so amazing doing this self affirmations. And while I was not doing any Facebook Lives here, I did have my challenge last week. That did happen. Even though I wasn't feeling well, I did make that happen, and that was amazing. And I wanted to say something about that, even though my body was in resistance, which I felt was part of the challenge. And for some people like me, I was forced to embody the new story. Others were forced to release old patterns, in many different ways, coming up, pushing themselves out of things that they used to do, or being forced, unable to do them anymore. Even if they wanted to continue the pattern, they couldn't. And it can come in many ways. It can come in heartbreak. It can come in having to go through the fear of putting themselves out there. It showed up in lots of different ways last week. And I want to thank the divine for assisting me in facilitating that. And I feel like it continues. So even though the challenge is over, the group is still open. I am feeling called to continue supporting and guiding women in every way possible, to assist them in their ascension to their own light, to really magnify the light within them, their divine gifts and powers. Because each of us have it. We are so unique. We are such powerful beings. And I'm being called to live in a paradigm of love, of really letting go of any fears. And fears are always going to exist on some level. But the kind of life that I used to live in of fear, I do not really resonate with anymore on a very deep level. So I'm inviting you, if anything I'm saying is resonating with you, I'm inviting you to connect with me, to join my group. I'll put a link in. And we just ended yesterday was 8/18, and I believe Maureen had sent something about, this is the time to open and receive abundance. And this is just a real portal opening, at least as far as I can see, a new energy that is just filling up up my frequency. Really, I'm really aligned to it, and I feel like some of you are too. So just a real welcoming to that. And, as I was doing this before, self-affirmation number 9 reminded me of the song Love Potion number 9. I forgot it was self-affirmation number 9. I know you can't see it. I'm getting kind of spastic today with the numbers, but there you go. So it's just been a funny day. So I'm glad you tuned in. I know I haven't been talking too long, so I want you to just feel into your body. I will be continuing this in a new fashion, coming up with a new idea tomorrow, and I invite you to really embody that new story, release those patterns, because they're not serving you. They're not serving anybody, and your light is what serves you, your family, your children to be, your soul family, your soul tribe, the people that are going to be magnetized to you are magnetized by your light. Your fear serves no one. The universe wants you to be aligned to your light, and that means also to your darkness, to your wholeness. Because our light, light contains shadows. But as you are aligned to your wholeness, everything else just falls into place. And something else I was really called to say today was part of the self affirmations. As a body part, is to acknowledge how powerful we are. And that's not to say we don't need people. Of course we do, but not in the way that I feel I used to need people. And it's a more fear based, like, oh my goodness, if, what if? But there isn't a what if. I am totally whole and good all alone, because I'm not alone. You're with me. I have so many people supporting me, and I feel your love. And I actually do not ever feel alone. And I want to just say to you that you are enough. You are a sovereign being, and you get to make your own choices. You're an independent person. And whether you choose to be with a partner or you don't choose to be with a partner, that is your choice. But everything is your choice. I really encourage you to completely and totally love yourself erotically, intellectually, emotionally, in its entirety, in every way possible, because that is when there is true unconditional love of you, and then you can then totally unconditionally love another, and even your children. Everything then transforms to a whole new level of love. And I'm inviting you into that space, because this space is the most exquisite space to be in. No matter how far down. I actually read this quote. I don't know if I read it now. I don't think I did, because I had to do this again. So the quote I had read before, take two. So the quote is, rock bottom will teach you lessons that mountaintops never will. I was feeling really, really sick last week. I felt, sometimes like, oh my God, I didn't feel normal. I didn't feel like myself at all. And I felt like I was getting into a new my body was resetting energetically. And my lows give me power. So that's part of my message as well. When you completely love yourself, you love yourself at all times. And what I found when I went into my real low of lows last week is that love is all that matters. My children performed for me in ways they never had. I just really felt the love from people whom I love very dearly. And that really just turned the tides for me. So I encourage you to feel your own love, to really give to yourself, nurture yourself. Self-care is the utmost importance. Self-compassion, erotic self-love. And I'll talk about this more throughout the days and weeks to come. But I encourage you to join my group. I get into a lot more detail than I do publicly here. And I invite you to step into this new paradigm with me. It is something special. So I am wishing you a beautiful, beautiful Sunday, and much love to you. Namaste, shalom. Bye bye.